If you haven't seen the Crash documentary on Netflix, what are you waiting for? It's an eye-opener as to how bad parenting can result in something as horrific as murder. And this documentary is about a 17-year-old Mackenzie who basically has two people in her car, her boyfriend and also a friend, and she drives this car 100 miles an hour non-stop without pressing the brake into a brick wall. And this is at 5:30 in the morning after they've had a sleepover. And this acceleration happens after she calmly turns the car into the road where she does the 100 miles an hour. And she so conveniently doesn't remember anything just before the impact. The black box in the car does not lie. She apparently didn't press the brake at all. Her foot was on the accelerator 100%. And then she blames it on a condition called POTS. Now, POTS is known as postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome, and that is where your pulse and your blood pressure are both affected by each other, and it can cause dizzy spells, and some people do black out. Now, if that did happen, how the hell is her foot on that accelerator 100%? Now, people who have POTS know that the symptoms happen when you stand up from a sitting position and your pulse just suddenly goes really, really fast. She was sat in a car. She wasn't going to be standing up at any point for her pulse to go really fast and for her to have the symptoms of POTS. Who was the medical examiner or doctor advisor on that case? The fact that they even used that as evidence in the court case just makes it all sound like a joke. And I remember watching her mum do her speech in the hearing. They showed me a little snippet in the Netflix documentary. But essentially, she says a lot of things, and she addresses the family saying, we're really, really sorry, and we're heartbroken. You're heartbroken? You've not once mentioned Davion's family. You mentioned Dom, but just the fact that he was part of your family and how much you missed him and things like that. But there was nothing to express how devastated you really are. And when she was addressing the families, the victims' families, it was almost like she was doing them a favour and trying to show the judge, listen, we do care, but let Mackenzie off for the crime. It's, she didn't really mean it. It doesn't matter whether she meant it or not. 2 people died because of her reckless behaviour. So she needs to do the time. And the other thing in the documentary was that they were saying that Mackenzie was very mature. Like, that's why they let her live with her boyfriend. He was 20, she was 17, but she was doing drugs. But it's okay that she was doing drugs because it was marijuana. Now, marijuana is not a bad drug, apparently. It's not a gateway drug to other drugs. Are you flipping serious? Honestly, I was so annoyed at that because I thought, wait a minute, you're saying your daughter is mature, but then you're allowing her to do drugs, to make TikTok videos that are showing that she is doing drugs. She's literally doing it to the world and showing the world her lifestyle. But then when she was arrested and the police said that the father and mother had to wait before they could speak to her, they said, yeah, but she's only 17, 18. You shouldn't be allowed to arrest her like that. We want to talk to her. They said she's an adult. They said she's a stupid adult. That was from his own mouth. So wait a minute, is she mature or is she stupid? Why won't they say to Mackenzie, you are responsible for what you did? Even if she is remorseful, she has to do the time. But how can they support her behaviour, her drug-taking behaviour, her reckless driving behaviour, and make her think it's okay? Unfortunately, they were trying to be her best friend. And sometimes, as a parent, you can't be your child's best friend because children don't always know what's best for them. And also, I don't know if you guys noticed, but did you see what the dad was wearing, the t-shirt? It said boom on the t-shirt. That's a bit insensitive, I think. Especially if you know you're going to be on national TV. You need to choose your clothes wisely. So yeah, guys, I would watch it just to see and form your own opinions on what you think in terms of the parenting that she got and whether that was the reason why she ended up in jail in the end.